Good evening from Avalo, California. I'm Gus Barceloro.
I'm Noah Naranjo.
The 2020 election is coming soon, and as a citizen of the United States, it is important to stay informed. We would like to switch over to you, Molester, who is currently joined with the primary candidates of the 2020 elections. Molester, we switch to you. Thanks, Gaspar. I'm here at the political convention, and today we're going to interview 3 political candidates for the 2020 elections. I'm here with
Trump Donald. As a Republican, I can unbiasedly say I have the best political ideology with America's best interest in mind, and definitely not the depths of my pocket. With my political campaign, I wish to bring tax breaks to the American people, unless you're poor.
Excuse me.
It's fine, don't worry about it. We wish to advocate for free market capitalism and free enterprise. With my candidacy, I will be pushing in favor of laissez-faire economics, the belief that economics and businesses function best when there is no interference with the government. And I will fight against government-run welfare programs. With this, I also oppose universal health care in favor of individual or employer-based health care. I wish to stay as close to the Constitution as possible, as it was intended in the beginning, as long as it's favorable for us. This includes ending the infringement of the 14th Amendment should the discussion of abortion arise, and holding true to the Second Amendment. Finally, I wish to strengthen state rights while weakening federal power by introducing jurisdiction-stripping laws, such as the Marriage Protection Act, the Pledge Protection Act, and the Detainee Treatment Act. Don't worry about the Patriot Act, though. That one doesn't count.
Up next, I'm here with
Hossein Barak. As a Democrat, I self-identify as an advocate for American liberalism and American progressivism. Although this isn't true, you can just go with the American population and call me an opposite of the Republican. We only bomb the same people for the same reasons and deport the same people at higher rates. Speaking of immigration, we do support easier paths into citizenship and support the DREAM Act and the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals under Barack Obama. We're not the same person. With my political campaign, we'll be fighting against climate change and fight for the picturesque green future. This will be possible through our increased taxes on American people, for increased government-funded programs such as universal health care, public housing, public education, and pair this with higher minimum wage, even though this is just going to increase the cost of living and decrease employment rates as big businesses switch to automation. While my campaign still favors a true free market and equality of opportunity, I will push for a social market economy. This is based on a free market paired with state provisions for those who are unable to sell their labor, such as the elderly and those who are unemployed, rather than simply a laissez-faire. This is the same economic model in the People's Republic of China, so we know it definitely works. I also want to educate the future of America and cut student loans and make college affordable for all.
Finally, I'm here with
Pon Ra. As libertarians, we seek a world of liberty, a world in which all individuals are sovereign of their own lives and are not forced to sacrifice their values for the benefits of others. Now, I didn't write that, I got it from the internet. The principle still stands. With my candidacy, I wish to push for personal liberty. Individuals are free to make their own choices, but must take responsibility following their actions. We also want all members of society to have abundant opportunities for economic success. And we'll do this by fighting for a free market, with the only government interference is to protect our property rights, settle disputes, and provide a legal framework. I believe all efforts by the government to redistribute wealth is improper in a free society. I wish to secure liberty in the United States, and the only proper purpose of the government is to protect individual rights. Not to spend $320,000 on 400 coffee cups with gold handles so their coffee can be properly reheated. As you can tell, we wish for as little government interference as possible, and wish to privatize much of what the government is supposed to be in charge of, such as road maintenance, because we are unable to trust our government to do the job it is in charge of. This includes writing taxes and giving hardworking Americans all of their hard-earned dollars, rather than taxation without representation, and giving it away to welfare programs for people who cannot, but especially choose not, to work.
Now that you have heard the ideology of these 3 candidates, what do you think?
Up next, we'll be speaking about a new religious ideology that's taking the world by storm. Is this something the world should be afraid of, or do people just not care anymore? up next after the break.
Hi, I'm Marvin. Today we're going to be talking about Snoopyism. Follow me. Hello, sir.
What's up?
You know what Snoopyism is?
Nah, what's Snoopyism?
It's an ism.
Anywhere.
Yeah, with all the isms in the world, why not one more?
It's a strain.
No, not that. But it's a very simple thing.
Just stop giving a f, man. Live your life the way you want with no regrets or remorse. So call 1-800-420-YOU-MOM-GAY.
In breaking news, a quote-unquote plug was caught speeding through the Avenel cutoff. He was carrying unregistered firearms and had some illegal substances on him. Let's switch to you, the officer's clip. Hello, sir.
How can I help you?
You got a license and registration? What is that?
My car.
Why does it smell like that?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I don't know. What does it smell like?
It smells kind of fishy. Open the door.
I can't since the door's broken.
How is it broken?
Oh shit, you
Get out, get out of the car.
I don't want any trouble.
Get out of the car, put your hands to your head. Your hands behind your back. You'll be under arrest.
What'd I do?
I don't know. Then he was taken into custody to be interrogated. But unfortunately, all the information that was collected is not able to be used due to the failure of the officers reading his Amanda rights.
In the pursuit of justice, police officers are not required to read a suspect their rights unless they're taken into custody or are going to be interrogated. Failure to read these rights generally results in the inability to use any of the evidence gathered. Back to our regularly scheduled news. A new religion is taking the world by storm. Is this just a new trend or a new world order? Snoopyism. Let's get right to it and speak to the founder of the belief. What does it mean to believe in Snoopyism?
In my opinion, if you believe in Snoopyism, you believe in your true self. Basically, you do whatever you want. Believing in Snoopyism is having freedom. It's basically like a way of life, a way of really expressing yourself with no doubt or regret. In my opinion, that is what Snoopyism is.
That's pretty deep, and I think that applies to a lot of us. Now, how would an individual convert to Snoopyism?
Well, basically, you have to make your own choices in every single shape or form. You just don't give a fuck.
Wow, simple as that?
Yeah, it's that simple. Very simple. Like a wise man once said, kiss. Keep it simple. Stupid.
Wow, that's, I feel that. Now, what do you think is the next step in Snoopyism? Where do you see it coming from here?
Honestly, I didn't think I'll make it this far.
And there you have it. Thank you for joining us tonight, and join us tomorrow night at 11 p.m. with TCSN BCNA for more news.